Geoff, as you know, I'm an executive coach, and in every episode that I've done for this podcast, I keep banging the importance of coaching and mentoring for especially the younger leaders. I think often people in their 20s and 30s view coaching is something that the old guys and gals do, the 40s and 50s and older. And my theory is, no, fellas, ladies, don't waste your 20s and 30s.
Right.
Get mentors and coaches as fast as you can. Get various types of them. Learn from peers. Learn from others. So I want to hear, what advice? First, what are your thoughts on the topic, and what's your advice to, say, the 35 and under? That really hasn't, he's just trying to keep his head above water. He's got a new baby, mortgage and all of that. Quite frankly, he hasn't been offered a coach or a mentor. How important is it for them to maximize their leadership potential in the long haul?
Yeah, the importance of some kind of mentor or coach is enormous. And it's just what you say. At most organizations, most companies, and most other organizations, young people, for almost all people, will not be offered any kind of leadership coaching at all. And it's incumbent upon these people, as you say, the under 35 people, to go find somebody. And it's hard. I mean, I've got to say, I wish it were not, but it's hard because there's no playbook for it. You don't know where you're going to find that person. You really have to do some creative thinking. But we know from the research that having some kind of coach or mentor makes a huge difference. And you've got to go find somebody. But remember when we were talking about deliberate practice, we say, well, your activities have to be designed for you, and you have to get a lot of feedback. Well, that's exactly what a coach or mentor does. They've been there. They know what you need to develop next. They can observe you. Most of us are not very good at observing ourselves, in a rational, impartial way. They can observe you, and they can see what you need to do next and give you feedback. It's so valuable, but I've got to tell you, it's hard to do because you've got to do it on yourself, on your own. And most people won't do it because it's a lot of work at just the time in life, as you say, when you've got too much else to do anyway.
Yeah. Would you agree that, I think what you're saying is, like anything else, like investing, the people that invest in their 20s and 30s, the time value of money and the power of compounding interest, they're going to end up with a hell of a lot more money in their 50s and 60s than the person that just started putting money in the bank in their mid 30s and early 40s. I always have viewed leadership development that way. And that's why I tell them, don't waste your 20s and 30s.
Yeah, it's a great analogy. And it reminds me that when I have asked CEOs about their journey, so many of them have said that they were just lucky that someone in the firm who was more experienced helped them.
Yeah.
Just out of, a willingness and an eagerness to help. Yeah. But they didn't ask for it. The person just came and helped them. And looking back, they realize how valuable that was, but it was almost by chance that it happened.